Hello everyone, Anand back again. Friends, today's theme is about normal and extraordinary. So, what is the difference between normal life and extraordinary life? There are people who are making it extraordinarily great in life. There are people who are doing so and life is just going, right? The moment when extraordinary people start talking to us, some extraordinary things, the normal people who listen, no, they may not have grasp, as they call, or they may even sometimes get bored and they don't feel something great. They only look at it as a motivation. But the extraordinary people who have made it extraordinarily great are just not giving motivational inputs, but they are actually giving application of it, how they really made it. So the question here, people who listen, people who learn, people who wanted to become something better and good and great, not just have to listen and get motivated for that particular period of time, maybe a few minutes, and then keep doing whatever they are continue to do. No, that's not the answer for it. The answer is, how do I make shift? How do I change the way I do things and make it more meaningful, more purposeful? So we need to really dive deep into the subject of the difference between normal and extraordinary life situations and how people make it. Some suggestions I would like to share by learning from very extraordinary people and start implementing in my own life for so many years and start seeing some success and better impact, better outcome in multi areas of my life situations. So it is all about the experiential sharing. Experiential knowledge is what actually I'm trying to share, not just to motivate you or inspire you, that anyway is available everywhere in the YouTube and social media. So I'm always trying to provide tools and techniques so that somebody can really pick it up and start doing if they are interested to do it. So let me start with the two questions and then go a little deeper. Question number one: whatever may be the life situations, whatever you are in your occupation or in your age group or in your academics or whatever the background you have, there are two questions which are common for any human being under the sun, the whole planet Earth. Number one: what drives you every single day? I repeat, what drives you every single day? Second question: what motivates you every single day? I repeat, what motivates you every single day? If you are able to get across or find an answer for these two questions, I think most of our aspirations in life or even ambitions in life can be achieved one by one as we progress. Well, I like to share a couple of points associated with this. If you ask me what drives me every single day or what motivates me every single day, I would say I'm passionate to do, my professional endeavors or my social endeavors or spiritual endeavors. I would say 24 by 7 by 365 days, I am passionate to do it. Of course, we sleep at night and rest of the time when I am awake, I am always passionate to do. So I am always self-motivated to do. So passion is what actually drives and motivates me to do the job which I like, the profession that I do passionately, which means one has to really decide what really is going to drive them and motivate them in terms of passion. Number two, always we must be interested to do anything without any tiredness. The moment you find boredom set in, I think you are not really interested the job that you are carrying it out. Probably you are forced to do it due to various reasons. You may ask me, sir, I am working in a government organization and now already 20 years I've served and I joined 20 years back. Now I cannot just quit just because I don't like. I have to just get going, keep the ball rolling until the retirement is there. My dear friends, certain situations, certain decisions that we have taken knowingly or unknowingly, we cannot really turn it around in the mid path, right? But there are things from childhood you might have which you have not started doing even till today. Maybe you are in 40s or you are in 50s or in 30s. This is the time I think you have to have a wake up call that you can still start doing it parallelly without affecting your regular routine, monotonous, soul-killing work that you are, you have been doing. So the interested to do something which you have not been done, which you have not started right from the beginning, probably this is a clarion call for you. Maybe you can start now. Third, willingness to do anything. You must be willing, the self-will is required. Nobody can really motivate anybody to do any job for that matter. I hate actually this word motivation. After all, why should I need somebody to motivate me? People always say, only the animals need training programs. Human beings, we don't need training or motivation. We ourselves get motivated. Only thing is we should know that we are already self-motivated. So if you are not self-motivated, I think this is a time for you to create willingness, the willingness to drive your life, to motivate your own life by your own self without depending on the third party or the second person to do so. So the willingness is the key for anything and everything to, that you wanted to do it, and anytime and anywhere as well. The fourth, first of all, do you know your self-worth? Unless and until we come to know of our self-worth, I am worth of what? The moment we say worth, immediately we calculate in terms of our wealth, in terms of our bank account, in terms of our bank balance. No. That is only the subset of that. The self-worth is in terms of your knowledge, in terms of your skills, in terms of your attitude, in terms of your the way you carry out certain things, specifically, uniquely, significantly different from others. So unless one of us understand that what is the self-worth of each of the self, I don't think we can have willingness or interest or passion to do any of the above which I said. And finally, who are all your friends and how do they think? All of these, that also matters a lot. Your environment, your friends, your families, your network of associates whom you are dealing with every single day, how do they think on all of these? If they are going to pull you down all the time, the naysayers, obviously you get tuned and conditioned to the environment in which you operate with. So hence, you've got to be very choosy. Gone are the days. The days have passed, and you can't just bring back those past days. But today you can actually wake up. It can be a clarion call for you to really wake up and start looking at the possibilities if you want to really do something extraordinarily well. Let me also share a little more do's. I don't believe in don'ts. Normally, I come from a school of thought, from a school of learning, of spirituality, from Heartfulness Institute. My spiritual guru never taught us, don'ts. He always says do's. He always suggests only the positive suggestions and affirmations. And he never says, don't do this, don't do that. He'll say, you do this and you do this and you do this. The doing things right, that itself is a lifetime opportunity. Where is the question of looking at don'ts? The moment we start doing things correctly and rightly, right thing every time, I don't think we will be able to anyway follow the don'ts. Don'ts will always lose us the strength, and it actually goes away, it disappears from our life. So some of the do's: meditate every day. If you have not experienced meditation, I request you, I humbly suggest you, recommend you, out of my own 20 plus years of practice, meditation is the enormous amount of opportunity provides for somebody to really understand the need for the drive and self-motivation. It motivates you from within, and you don't have to depend on anybody. You can do it by yourself, right? Meditation is all about self-practice. Meditate every day. If you need any help, you can always ping me. I can help you how to do it correctly. Number 2, read self-help book. The more and more self-help book if you start reading, your horizon, your thinking will enlarge much more than what it is today. Watch successful people videos in YouTube. Millions of videos are available in YouTube. So what do you watch on YouTube? In social media, choose at least one video, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, successful people video around the globe. It will really inspire you. Follow learned people in social channels like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Insta. Not just for enjoyment. Enjoyment is only, I would say, 5-10% of the time, but most of the time you need to get inspired with learned people. Be well informed on anything before you decide. Be well informed, that's more important, which means you need to dive deep on detailing. Detailing specialist. You must be a detailing specialist so that you are well informed. Hence, your decisions will not be wrong. It is always right. Think as if you are monitored by nature and refer heart for feedback. Assume that there is a CCTV is watching all the time. Not to scare you, not to fear you, but just to tell you that nature is actually watching all of us. But nature doesn't really say directly to us, but it gives signal in various forms, including COVID is one of the reasons, if I may say so. And refer heart for feedback. Heart is a wonderful tool and it will confirm every time because it doesn't lie. After all, it is your heart, right? Why should heart lie to you? It always tells the truth. Maybe you ignore those signals which comes from heart, but listen to the heart. Keep referring your yesterday's achievement and check whether you are moving ahead or slowing down. You must be your competitor. Nobody is competitor to you. You are the competitor for yourself. So keep checking your yesterday's work, performance, achievements, accomplishments, and check today what is that you have done today. So it will give you the gap, or it may even appreciate that you have really did it better than yesterday. I always learned from a very senior person that if you start looking at 0.0001% improvement every single day, consciously, it will have a compounding effect. Read the book, Compounding Effect. The compounding is very powerful, right? So if you start applying and increasing your momentum by 0.0001% improvement every single day, there is a significant change that you can see down the line. Follow 80-20 principle, the Pareto principle, Focus your 80% on 20% which produces 80% results. 80-20 is all about, focus your energy and time on something which can produce better impact. And Pareto is one of the greatest solution for this. You can Google it and learn more. And I don't really talk about, as I mentioned, don'ts, because anyway, the moment you start doing all these do's, don'ts anyway will disappear from your life. And minimum input and maximum output. Anything that we do should be minimum input in terms of effectiveness, and it should produce maximum output, right? Even if you deposit little money in your mutual fund or if you invest in any of the asset classes, we invest and we want to make more money, right? Money has to multiply more. So you choose an asset class which can produce better yield, right? The same as the case for your chatting, your talking, your phone calling, and time being spent on people. Everything can be measured and spent wisely. Little time but more impact. And keep referring your growth mindset often, whether you have a growth mindset or otherwise. I think these are the things which I thought I will share it with you today, and it can really change and transform the way you think, look at life, which can be your conduit for, as I asked you in the beginning, the two questions. I repeat again, what drives you every single day and what motivates you every single day to go from normal to extraordinary life in this lifetime. Thank you very much for patient listening. If you like it, please share it with your friends and families. Let us touch more lives. Bye-bye.